What's up, everybody? This is Coach Nate Littauer. I'm here in the office today. Unilateral Everything, Episode 9. Not a whole lot to talk about this week. No training. I just got the stitches out last night. If you want to go back and watch Episode 8.1, I talked about some minor setbacks and kind of how I nailed myself while building a strongman yoke. I had to get a couple stitches in my leg and was kind of limited the past 2 weeks as to what I could do. And it was a good break from training. A lot of stuff's been going on with work. We've been on summer schedule. That ended yesterday. And so I'm sitting here pre-event right now, working on getting stuff ready for the school year, working with kids. So we're wrapping out the 11 weeks of summer, averaging 60 hours a week of work. So a little tired at this point, a little bit relieved, so that's pretty good. I'm in my little nook of a office that's out here in the hallway, so that's kind of fun, something not distracted by everybody driving around in the cars, things like that. So having gotten injured, or I guess hurt, I'm not injured, I'm fine, and having taken the past 2 weeks off with this whole process of developing some unilateral strength and deciding kind of to see how it affects both my bilateral strength things and the Olympic lifts. I want to be able to continue that. So I started the week that I cut myself. I ended up at the end of the first week of the second block, and so I am going to go back and start that one over since it's been 2 weeks, and that's going to be the last little block of this whole thing. I wasn't really sure if I was going to do 8 weeks or 12 weeks, but I think some of the benefits that I've been starting to get, I talked about maximal contractions a couple weeks ago in one of those earlier episodes. Been having those go very, very well. Been talking to my physical therapist. They're liking the progress that I've been having, which is great. So I'm not having a whole lot of issues with my knees anymore, which is absolutely fantastic. Being a wrestler, those have kind of always been a little achy since I was about 15 or 16. So knees are feeling good. Everything, like my body feels good, which is crazy because you take 2 weeks off and you think you feel like garbage. I know that I'm going to feel like garbage next week, so that's fun. So yeah, gonna go back, start over this past block. So still sticking with the no foot movement, no hook grip snatches, and the no hook grip cleans. Everything's still going to be from the front rack, but this is going to be the last 4 weeks that I'll be doing this. We'll go ahead at the end of it and we'll test. I'm going to test my back squat and front squat again. Not actually expecting an improvement because I'm not peaking for it. So that's something, it's just to see how it feels is what it's going to end up being. And then I'll go back in. I'm going to do some volume on the squatting movements and a little bit more volume on the Olympic lifts again in that next block. Really looking at doing AO finals, so that's in December in Milwaukee. So looking at actually going out and doing my first national meet. So that'll be really interesting to see if I choose to do that. Lifting is an 89. Last time I stepped on a scale, I was like 88.5. So bulking is great because I get to eat all the ice cream, and I had a full pizza last night, I'll be honest. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Energy levels are kind of Like I said, I've been working a lot. So I'm going to be using that yoke that I built because that's finally finished. My coworker and I have had lots of fun. I could walk when I had stitches in my calf, so we did a lot of yoke walking in the past couple days. We just have a really big parking lot, so we take it outside and just unweighted, just kind of trade off going max distance walks, max distance overhead walks. So going to be using some of that for some just general strength development, and hopefully we'll see a good amount of progress with that. I'm gonna have to clean up my diet a little bit, but that shouldn't be terrible. I'd actually probably prefer that. So I've just been too lazy to meal prep. Let's be real. I say I prefer it. It's just because I've been too lazy about it. So I'm gonna try to get on that a little bit better coming into this next little bit, especially with school starting up. I'll have a little bit more time during the weekend, on the weekends, to make sure I'm eating really well, sleeping well, things like that. That's kind of what's going on with Unilateral Everything. It's been a really fun process. We'll go another 4 weeks, see how we're feeling at the end of it. I'm probably going to be dying again next week when I film this video. And so thanks for tagging along. We're going to keep going. Thinking about continuing the whole YouTube thing after this is over and just kind of finding topics to talk about. I have a really big whiteboard in my room, so I may start utilizing that. That'll be fun. So yeah, that's where we're at. Thanks for tagging along. You want to follow along on social media, it's at Lift Tower on Instagram, so Liftauer. That's how you pronounce my last name, is Lit Tower. So a lot of people don't know that. If you go up north, they call it Latour. Southerners are, well, they're Southerners and have a hard time pronouncing that. So, but yeah, and then at Lit Strength, or at Lit_Strength on Twitter. And then Coach Nate Littauer on Facebook. I think that's really it. I don't use Google Plus. I mean, I don't think anybody uses Google Plus except foreigners. So yeah, that's where we're at. Follow along. We'll have some fun continuing to train and seeing what goes on with that. So till then, see you on episode 10.